I hope the secretary to the government, or indeed the president, when he hears this, will immediately send the DSS and other people to go and find out what actually happened in this instance. I am inclined to believe, I don't say I have any information, but I am inclined to believe that there was sabotage bringing about a possible attempt to remove the man from his seat. That is my inclination. And why do I say so? It's not the first time that is going to happen. It's not the first time. Usually, again, if you have a board, if you have a political board and whatever, and various interest groups, they put you in a position where at least you are removed temporarily and then business can go on as usual. That is my theory. It's not subject to argument. It's what I feel has happened. So, going forth, that now presents a dilemma for me as to whether Professor Oloyede should either be removed or if he should resign. The reason why I am more inclined for him, especially probably to resign, would be to save his honor ultimately, because this first attempt, I believe that this first attempt, if not successful, there will be another one that will nail him completely. If you know what goes on in the public service, you'll be amazed. The level of racketeering, in some cases, you are confronted directly. In some cases. And Professor Oloyede is not your run-of-the-mill usual public servant. However, we now have a crisis, and it is said that some students will have to rewrite the exam. I would have felt a bit more comfortable if we had given ourselves time, maybe another 3 weeks or so, to, in the first instance, find out what happened very quickly and tidy up. And also take into cognizance the fact that for some people preparing for JAMB, I'm not even talking about the exam, the academic part, but sometimes it could be difficult for some persons to get themselves organized and be able to sit for another exam this Saturday. So I think in that sense, a bit more time should have been given. I sympathize with the parents of the child who committed suicide in this instance. May her soul rest in peace. If they have the presence of mind to do so, I think they would have to go to court and see if they can get some form of compensation for all it is worth. So that's where we are. Now to get this, JAMB admits error, and 379,000 candidates are supposed to retake exam. ASU is threatening legal action. They're absolutely free to do so. Maybe in the process of this, we'll be able to find out. But I believe that the presidency owes us an explanation as to, don't forget, Oloyede is just head. It's not in the real operating theater of things that are going on. So it is important that the government establishes whether there was sabotage or there was an error, or whether we have people who are not up to scratch handling these affairs. It is important that should happen. Well, some varsities done has said weeping is not enough. The man is emotional and he's a parent, and he shows that he's human. Let me say very clearly from the onset, like I told Sheriff this morning, I've been a great fan of Professor Ole. I've never met him. But as far when it comes to integrity, once you show that level of integrity, I'm a great fan of yours. Whether you are short, tall, whatever it is. And so that is where we are today. You wanted to ask me something, because the way you're looking at me, I know you have a question.
Yes, I wanted to ask about. So the professor said it was a sabotage, obviously.
Did he say so?
Yes.
He did.
There's a longer.
Oh.
So, looking at the states that have been mentioned, 5 states from the east, and then Lagos. What's your interpretation of that?
I think I think that if it is true that there was sabotage, it was meant to embarrass him and give it a regional tint. Because when I heard some gentleman from the east saying that the east was targeted, JAMB is made up of they have any top staff from the East there. I don't think JAMB functions that way. I believe this was done deliberately to create a crisis. So I don't believe that the East was unduly targeted for any other reasons than to create an embarrassing situation. I didn't even know that he had said he was there was sabotage. As soon as I heard it, as soon as I heard because I got it from what you said what the little you played this morning, I knew that this was sabotage, and the government has to get to the bottom of it and punish those who are actually responsible for all this. He's taking responsibility as the overall boss, really,
right.
Not that he was directly involved. But like I said, it was made to look this way, not because the East was unduly targeted. For God's sake, there are also top officials in JAMB who are from the East. I don't think that was it. But it was to create a very big crisis for him. Yes.
For him or for the government?
I believe no, I don't believe it's government. I believe, look, the guy is sitting on billions. As a public servant, you return money to the treasury. In Nigeria, no, Dasheru, spoil matter. No, I believe there is a very strong effort, not only to remove him, but to totally disgrace him, so that he doesn't get anywhere near public office. That is my belief. I mean, I'm not. People might have other things to say, but that is my very strong belief.